DepowerBall is a really interesting spin on the party arena battle genre, where 1 to 4 players, bots can fill in any gaps or not if you don't want them to, for local or online battling. And the trick with this is that you're going to find that whoever's doing well is going to be constantly disadvantaged the longer that you play. In DepowerBall, when you set up a match, you pick your character and you pick your arena, and then you'll have selections to choose from, and either this or that for 4 different types of power-up. One will be a movement feature, one will be a special ability, one will be an attack, and one will be a defense mechanism. And all the players vote, and then whoever's got the biggest vote will kind of most likely get the percentage win when it's kind of choosing a this or that. Everyone then gets equipped with those same 4 options that are voted for, and then you go into battle. And there's 2 different types of modes. First one is tag mode, where you have to pick up and carry an egg and get to a certain score point by holding it as long as possible. And the second one is that there's a big giant fiery bird in the centre of the screen, and you need to feed the eggs into its mouth. If it's not being fed, after a while it gets angry and starts raining fireballs from the sky that if it touches you will hurt you. But the idea is to feed the dragon more eggs than everyone else. Whoever wins round number 1 will then be subject to a vote by the other players into which power-up they're going to have removed. So, if they were a bit quick on the attack, everyone votes to remove their attack button. Or if you've got a double jump or a jetpack, you might want to decide to remove that so that they've got less dexterity to get around the screen. Or it could be that they've got some kind of teleport feature and you're going to yoink that away. Or potentially their shield, so that everyone can then just batter them and keep stealing the eggs away from them should they get to them first. And that's how the game progresses. Depending on whether you've chosen 2 or 3 rounds for however many a player needs to get to win, depends on how depowered each person ends up becoming. Because in theory, you'll have some people still maybe with 4 power-ups, maybe someone might have the 3, but whoever's going for the win will be down to 2. And so they'll either be defenceless, attackless, or really limited in their movement, and they're having to think of more ingenious ways to keep up with everyone else who is now OP compared to them. And this is really where DepowerBall's unique spin comes into it. It really works well to level the playing field somewhat if you've got players who do not share the same skill set, or you've got someone that's really nifty on platforming, or someone that's really good at aiming. They're absolutely sodded up and buggered if everyone then votes tactically to get rid of their strength, and then they're kind of back down a peg or 2 to the rest of them. And that's really where DepowerBall's fun lies. There is no particular online community, although there are online servers and they do work. So I recommend if you want to play online, join their Discord and try and find some other people to play with, or go fully Parsec or local multiplayer with your mates to have an absolute blast, because this is one of those games that doesn't look like it's going to be much fun for very long, but actually has a fair bit of staying power. The game would have more staying power though if it had a few more arenas and different layouts for you to choose from. But also, although there's choice in which of the 4 power-ups you're going to take into battle, and there's always a this or that, the actual selection overall that DepowerBall has is relatively small. And so this game could have been even better if there was more variety to kind of make that replayability go on a little bit longer per session, because you could have had some real mix and matches going on. That said, this game plays well, the controls are consistent, the graphics work well. I really like the little sad faces that all the characters pull when you depower them. Quite cute. And yeah, this just plays very well, and it's one of those unassuming local multiplayer games that I think punches above its weight, and people might kind of dismiss it because it looks quite similar to many other things, but it certainly doesn't play similarly to other party brawlers and stands out from the crowd. DepowerBall, out on PC.